little bit about me. So I'll start with my presentation now, ma'am. Shall we?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So let's talk about leaders in education system. Um, Everybody has role model, right? Each one of us have some sort of role models in our life, some sort of leaders that we who have inspired us. It could be your parents, it could be your brother or your sister, or someone in particular that you have seen, observed, you've liked the qualities, and you want to be acquire those qualities in your life and become someone with those qualities. All right. So for me, I have been, apart from my mother, I think I have been inspired by Ratan Tata. So I'll start by taking his quote: I don't believe in taking right decision. I take decision and make it right. Now, why I like this? Because whether you are a leader or you are not, I feel each one of us are leader in our own life. Uh, but in an organization, whether you have that designation or not, it doesn't make means that you cannot take decisions, and decisions can never be categorized as right or wrong. It's always situational, and based on situation you take decisions, right? So even if you feel that you have taken a decision and it has not worked, then you can strategize and work again on it and make it right. So I really like this quote, which gives a very realistic feeling that it's doable in our life. So yeah, now we'll start with who is a leader. So according to me, a leader is a person who who inspires other, who possesses some qualities which inspires other to become a leader and lead others. All right. So a leader is a person who influences a group of people towards achieving a goal, right? So when you are in an organization and when you are working towards, obviously each organization has its own set of goals, right? Each education industry has their own set of goals, and you want to achieve by the end of the year. So a leader is someone who works with the team to achieve those set goals or required goals, and who always believe in team. And when we talk about team, it's we that we talk about rather than I, because when we talk about I, it's more about being uh, uh, taking credit only, taking credit of self and not giving the credit, because when you work as a team, it's each one's contribution which help you to achieve that goal. So it's very necessary that when you work as a team and when you lead a group of people, you always appreciate the effort of each one of those people who are working there as a team. Okay, why do we need leaders? um, as per Jonathan Stanling, there are three fundamental reasons that why we need leaders: security, purpose, and achievement. But if you look at yourself and if you ask that why you need leaders, um, for me, I know that I can. If you ask me, I know that I can take. I can lead my life and I can take certain decisions all by myself. But we need someone in our life who can give us, who can trigger questions which can lead us to think in other perspectives. There is a reason why we have leaders in organizations, because they have seen, they know the pros and cons in an organization, so they can always ask the people working in the team to look into those directions where we need to work on. um, and I think leadership starts from a from very childhood. If you see, when you are at a young stage, you look up to your parents, right? You look up to your parents because you know that they will guide you. It's not that that you cannot take decisions. You definitely can take decisions, but There's a reason why you have those people in your life. There's a reason why you have your parents in your life. There's a reason when you go to an organization, you have leaders over there to guide you, to train you, to help you see in different dimensions. So let's talk about security first. Removal of threats and barriers. The first fundamental reason why we need leader is to associate with our fundamental human need for survival. We will do anything and everything to survive and sustain our life, right? Now, as I was talking, as children, we typically look to our parents for leadership, and they will have a significant influence on our safety, right? They achieve this by aiming to remove threats and barriers which may put our safety at risk. As we grow and develop, our parents will hopefully have taught us sufficiently so that we are able to keep ourselves safe and healthy. However, when we reach adulthood, we soon find ourselves in new and challenging situations which we have never encountered before. Now, if I give you my life situation, when I was brought up entirely in Kolkata. So when I was moving out from Kolkata, I remember my parents told me that gave me some suggestions that helped me till date, is helping me to sustain in my life. So we always, and it's not that only in that period of time. Today as well, like when I'm stuck, when I'm unable to find a solution, I look up to my parents or my brother. I reach out to him to suggest me. So we need someone, because at times, even though at times you may not be thinking in that direction, so you reach out to people who can guide you correctly. Purpose, providing vision and belonging. When you are in an organization, you need, we all work for a particular mission and vision, right? But at times while you are working, it has happened with me as well, you get deviated from your vision. So you need someone who can bring you back and who can ask you like, okay, fine, whatever you're thinking is fine, but then you need to work on the mission and vision that the school, that the education system follows, or particular organization have. So the second reason why we need leader is to associate with the timeless question human beings has have asked, why we are here. Although we have never found a definite answer to this question, it does not stop us from trying. Leaders are not available to answer the profound question of why we are here in the fullest sense, but I feel that we need leaders to like someone who can guide us, who can work with us to understand where we are and how we can move forward. However, they are able to answer this question in relation to our work and life. We seek leadership to provide an answer to this question. Good leaders are visionaries and are able to articulate purpose and meaning in a way which inspires and motivates others. Leaders helps us to identify, understand, and refine our purpose. They help us to align our thoughts and clarify the reason behind our work. As I said earlier, that we all are working and we work diligently. We work with our full efforts, honesty, integrity, but there are times when we get deviated. And as it precisely says that leaders good, I would not like to term it as good because there's nothing called good or bad in my life. This is the way I lead. But I feel that, you know, um, a leader, any leader, they are visionaries and they can help you, bring you back to work towards the purpose that the organization is working for. So human seeks answer and understanding to everything they do, and leaders go some way to support this need. Achievement. So the last one is achievement, enabling accomplishment of goals and success. The third reason why we need leaders is associated with our desire to grow and develop. Obviously, we all are learners. We all are, you can say, lifelong learners. We are learning every day, and I think learning never ends. So, and as long as you are learning, you are growing, and as long as you are growing, you are developing. You're developing your knowledge. You're developing yourself. You're becoming a better person, and you are achieving something. All right. um, yeah, so desire to grow and develop in order to live a successful life. This often becomes more significant once threats have been minimized and purpose has been clarified, as a sound platform will have been established for us to succeed. It is natural to want to be the best you can be, succeed in what you do, learn, grow, and develop. Our natural desire to be successful builds upon our need for security and purpose. Good leaders will greatly enhance our potential for success and achievement through maximizing our ability to performance. They have the ability to support and guide us in all our endeavors. They provide us with what we need, allow us freedom to perform, empower us, reward us, generally facilitate our progress in any way they can. Now, I feel that when I was working in one of the organizations, I feel that my leader, I would like to take her name, Pooja Pandey. She she I feel she used to come and observe my classes. She used to sit with me. She used to understand my lesson plans. I never felt that she is in a position of a higher authority, and I need to act in a certain way. I need to be in a certain way in front of her. I felt that she's someone like my colleague, and I was very transparent with her, sharing my shortcomings, or sharing my drawbacks, and she used to help me out. And I think when I talk about leaders, I have these kind of people in my life who have always been with me. They have worked with me. They have understood my strength. They know my weakness, and they have always worked with it, so that today I'm able to sit over here and talk about them and talk about leader and leadership qualities. So I think I'm grateful that when I say that leaders are visionary, yes, they are able to see your strength. They are able to see the capability or the ability of yours, and they can work with those. And definitely they work on your weakness as well, and they make it they try their best to make it your strength, so that you can become a better person in terms of your skills, in terms of human. So yeah. Okay, if we see Maslow's hierarchy of leadership and Maslow's hierarchy of need, we can have these three parameters as we have discussed previously: security, purpose, and achievement. So you can just see, when I talked about security, it talks about psychological, uh, mm, physiological, and safety needs. When I talk about purpose, it talks about belongings, esteem, self-esteem. When we talk about achievement, it's all about self-actualization, what you want to be, what are your goals, how you want to be better. So yeah, that's it. That's from my point about leadership, and the importance of having leaders in our life. I would also like to say that there are many young people who are coming into the education industry, and right now I see it's an amalgamation of young learners and people who are who have their experience of 20-25 years. I feel it's a beautiful time wherein people with that number of experience can pass on their knowledge and train the young ones who can become leaders in coming future. um, one of the one of the things that I would really like to talk about over here is that as a leader, I feel that it's your need, it's a must when you are working as a team to be respectful towards each one of the team members, because um, it's always the team which is working towards achievement of a particular goal. So reward them, help them. When I say reward them, reward can be motivating quotes, or motivating them, or praising their efforts. All these things can bring change in the team. So make each member in your team realize that they are an integral part of that organization, and they are important because it's their effort because of which the organization is moving forward. When when we it's very simple, like the way a car works. A car needs fuel, right, to work. Similarly, humans are a human needs motivation, and you need to motivate them in order to perform better, yeah. So keep motivating them, let them understand that how important they are. The more you motivate them, the better quality you will get in their work. And yes, that's it from my side.
Thank you, Ms. Shrestha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so I liked the way you started, Ms. Srestha, this talk with Mr. Ratan Tata, and I'm a great fan of his too. And I really like the slide where you mentioned that I make the decision and make it right. Right? I don't make the right decision, but like I make the decision, then I make it right. So, which is really a great quote from Mr. Tata. So, the first question Ms. Revati wants to know, what is not an attribute of leadership that some people think it is?
Okay. First, thank you, Ms. Revati, for posting this question. First, I would like to say this is the first time that I'm doing something of this sort. So your questions will help me, go back and research more about such questions. But as far as I know, see, Ms. Revati, there's nobody who is perfect, right? We all improvise. We are all improving ourselves. As I said, we are lifelong learners. There are a lot of attributes which I feel that should be in a leader, but you think about yourself, do you see all the attributes that a leader should have? Can you name one leader who actually has all the attributes? No. Similarly, yes, there are attributes which shouldn't be in a leader. I feel one of those, like this is very this is completely my way of looking at it. I think one of the attributes should be being biased. You shouldn't be biased. If you like an employee, I understand we all have liking towards one of the employees, but you shouldn't be biased when you're working as a team, because then it demotivate the other team members, and then it breaks the the uh, teamwork, and wherein you're working towards achieving a one particular goal. So I think, yeah, that's for me, that being biased shouldn't be the attribute of a leader. You have to be neutral to everyone.
Okay. So, what's the best way to develop good leadership in education?
Best way? Could you specify what exactly you would like to know about a person? What a best way to develop education system? Like, I'm still not able to understand the question.
No. What's the best way to develop good leadership in education?
Good leadership in education. I think give a platform. See, right now after COVID, things have changed in great way. Like um, people are coming with a lot of lot of baggages with them, emotional baggages. So give them a platform wherein you can hear them out. And when I say hear them out, please don't listen to them to give your answers. Listen to them to understand what the person is trying to say. Just give them the space wherein you can let them speak, make them feel heard. That's one thing. Second, don't be biased. Okay, be neutral to each one of them. Third, if obviously when you are working in a team, there are some people who may have shown tremendous effort and good work, and maybe there is someone who may not be able to uh, uh, give that kind of quality work. Talk to that person separately, not in front of them, in front of a group. You know, appreciate people in front of a group, but if there is something that you want a person to improvise on and improve on, please talk to that person separately. I think these are very simple things. I think you have heard about all these things in other platforms as well, but I feel these are very basics. And if you do this, trust me, like why did I talk about Pooja Pandey? I have seen how she has helped me, worked with me to achieve my goals, and those were not my goals actually, those were the goals for the organization, but I felt that I'm doing it. I felt that I was important. She made me feel that I'm an important part of that organization. So make people feel that how much important they are. So yeah.
True, ma'am. I agree with you. Like as a leader, you need to the constructive criticism helps again, but the criticism should be in private and you need to praise the work publicly. Then
Right.
definitely your the people who work under you will get motivated and who will feel the support from the leader. Absolutely right. So the third question is, how will you rate the quality of current leadership in Indian school education today?
Out of if I have to rate out of what, out of 10, 5.
You can have your number, like the
Okay, if
audience
I have to
will
say
give
out
the
of
number.
okay, if I have to say out of 10, see, there is a uh, mix of both. I have worked with leaders who have you know um, who have inspired me, and they are still inspiring me. And then there are some leaders. I'm now okay. There is something that I would like to bring about. When I talk about leaders, I'm when I'm talking about qualities, I'm talking about the qualities of a leader. I'm not talking about the leader as a person. And also, you must understand that when you are criticizing also, all right, when you are criticizing, please criticize the quality, not the person. All right. If I have to rate, I would rate out of 10, I would rate 5.5, 5.9 or 6. Let me give it 6. There are some good organizations that I have seen and I'm observing these days, I'm researching about, and I see there are some young people who are working beautifully. I have been working with some of the colleagues who are in different organizations and who are working for the betterment of the country. And then there are some people who feels that because they have designation, uh, they have the power. I do agree that with designation, there comes a power, but with power also you have a responsibility. Somewhere I feel that these three things that I have spoken earlier about being biased, about constructive criticism, how to speak, the tone, I think I have observed these things which has given negative impact on people as well. So there's a lot in terms of leadership that needs to be developed in our education system. Please work with the young ones, be transparent with them. People who have 20, 25 years of experience, I want them to you know uh, not teach, but guide the young ones so that they become future leader. Because now what I see, that there's someone who with 20, 25 years of experience, who knows so much, who can give so much to these young people, but then there is this clash of ego which shouldn't be there. And I think if we can just step that, keep that ego aside, and rather than focus that I know better than you, if you just remove that I know better than you, then I can help you with something that will add on to your learning. If you just change your statement, it will change the entire scenario, and it will make a beautiful place to work with. I think um, education system seriously needs to work on these parameters, because nowadays a lot of new people, young people are joining schools. And I think, yeah.
Yeah. Ms. Shrestha, can you expand your camera and close your presentation, please, so that we can see?
Sure, ma'am. Just a minute. Okay. I don't know how to do this.
No problem. Just leave it. I'll move on to the next question. You just
Sure.
switch your camera.
Is it
Yeah.
fine now?
Yes. It's here. It's full screen. So, related to the previous question, how do you think leadership in schools differs from leadership in other areas of life?
Uh, Not very much. Not very much, because if I say that I'm a leader in my own life, obviously I'll inculcate what I'm doing in my personal life, some part of it in the organization as well, like uh, managing my time, getting my like um, setting realistic goals. Like even when I wake up today, I the first thing that I do in the morning is to plan out what I need to do, right? So obviously when I'm going, I'm up in a school, I will be planning my realistic goals that I can achieve by the end of the day. So I think there are some of the things that you include in the organization, but obviously when you are when you are in an organization, you have a different mission, you have a different vision, you have a different goals that you need to achieve. In life you have a different goals to achieve, right? So obviously in that parameters it different, it differs. Otherwise, I think if you are a leader if you feel that you are a leader in your life, if you own it up, then only you can perform that leadership quality in an organization. Otherwise not. Otherwise, then there is a person who is different at home, and then there is a person who is different in an organization, but you will not be able to inspire people, because um, you are if you're not doing what you believe in, then there is no point of doing that.
Right. So, how important is teachers' mental health? How should it be taken care of by the school leader?
It's very important. I don't know who has asked this question, but thank you for asking this question. It's
Miss
very important,
Revati
ma'am.
again. Miss Revati again. Yeah.
Miss Revati, thank you very much, ma'am, for asking that question. It's very important. It has always been important, ma'am. But again, post-COVID, things have, become more uh, more important, I would say, because each one of us are working for either they are supporting themselves, or they are supporting their family members. They have people to take care of. Um, Somewhere in one of the workshops I was there, wherein I was told that teachers, you are in a profession wherein you need to work 24/7, which I don't agree. This notion is very wrong. When you are in an education industry, please try and understand that each person, right, has a, a, a limited time. We Each one of us has 24 hours, right? Each one of us have a limited time to devote in an organization. We get paid for that, and I'll be very realistic over here. We get paid for those 9 hours where we work diligently. But there are many organizations wherein you'll see people who come back home and also work, and they barely get time to sit with their family members. In and and then in seminars and in workshops, you'll get to see people speaking about referring scenarios from abroad and saying that people over there work so hard, so diligently. It's not that. You give us the time, you give us that space wherein we can sit, reflect, think. Within those 9 hours or 10 hours, in a week, you can expand 1 hour. We can sit and we can discuss and have our own quality meeting wherein we know what we need to do. Please understand that teachers are also human beings. They are not only teachers. They have a life. They are actually a human being who have a life. All right. And then they come into your organization to work towards the goals, towards the set goals, right? So give that person that quality time wherein she or he can be with the family, spend quality time, talk uh, talk to them, you know and as a leader, if a person comes to you and speak to you, please keep those statements to yourself. um, Become like a act like a well, like whatever you put into the well, it remains there. It doesn't goes anywhere, right? So when a person comes to a leader, comes to you and speak about their mental health, listen and ask if the person wants any suggestion or not, and don't give any suggestion if the person is not in a mood to listen. Just let them speak, hear them out, and just tell them that you are there with them. That's it. That works wonder. If you just make them feel that they have been heard, they have someone they can look up to, and they can always count on you. I think you leave leadership quality, you'll become a better person, man. I think that's very important. Be a human.
Yeah. So last, not the least, as we come to the end of the session, what made you take an interest in this topic?
Okay. Because as a leader, I feel that I'm a leader as well. And whatever I've spoken so far, all these things was within me, and I wanted to share it out to someone. I have a journal wherein I write whatever has happened with me, my highs, my lows. I write it down because I need to vent out my emotions. So I always write it down on a paper. And I feel that education system is evolving, but there is a lot that you need to work upon. Whatever I have discussed over here, whether it's being transparent with your employee, keeping things to yourself, because a person has shown that trust in you. Please maintain that trust. It's not easy, and that's one of the reasons that why we talk about psychologists over nowadays so much, because we need someone who can assure that safety, that whatever you have spoken to will remain with me. um, Being unbiased, very important. Talking about someone, motivating someone in a group, all these things have been there with me, and I feel that whatever I have discussed over here, if I can inspire or make someone think in a different way about leader and leadership qualities, I think my purpose is solved, because I know that one person can make changes or can help other one person to think in a different manner. So I think that's it. Be reflective. Keep reflecting upon your thoughts, and see what can be the pros and cons of it. Become a better person. I want people to understand that uh, each one of us needs someone to look up to, and leaders in education system needs like student needs teacher needs someone else. So we have leaders in our organization who helps us to work in a defined path. So that's it. I feel that I own up myself as a leader, and I feel that I have the capability of inspiring people, and I can help people reflect upon those points which I have discussed. And if you are mindful and if you follow that, I think is the way to go.
Good to know, Ms. Srestha. School Journal of Education and schoolreformer.com. Thank you for the talk and for patiently answering all the questions.
Thank you so very much, ma'am, for giving me
I
the
hope
platform.
our platform helped you to express your views and thoughts. We also thank the audience for participating in the event. And Ms. Srestha, we will end the session now.
Thank you so very much, and thank you everyone, and thank you, Ms. Pravina, for giving me the opportunity to speak over here. I am really grateful.
You're most welcome, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.